Hi, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. And salutations to the Akim that's teaching the truth and sincerity. You know, me and the brother Lamont. Oh, this is Barack Barnes to my right.
Lamont, it's okay.
Nah, you know, me and the brother was sitting there, breaking bread, as the scriptures say. And we just going over the scripture as in striving for the masteries and fighting for your faith.
Right, because we was discussing about, how in the truth, how, you go through things in the truth, you go through different confrontations, because Satan's main purpose is to get you disenchanted. So what Satan does, he go after every avenue that's weak unto you for you to disannounce the Lord. So we were just expressions, some of the things we both went through, whatever. So this is 1 Corinthians.
Yeah. Nah, you got it.
1 Corinthians 9:21. No, 22. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. Now this is Paul talking to the churches out at Corinth, because another thing about teaching, you teaching different Israelites with different personalities. So sometimes we may go into about talk about sports and our own experience, or go to different analogies to break things down, because you're dealing with different Israelites that's of their life with different personalities. So you may have a Israelite that's sincere, that's listening to the truth, but he may be weak in the faith. So what you do, you go through your different experience as, when you first came in, and the simple things you did, in the truth, you may laugh about it with the brother, to build the brother faith up. Because the word edified, when you look the word up, it means to build up. And what we do, when we edify, we're building up the faith of the elect. So it says, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. Because Paul also, to gain the ones that's under the law, he went through the law. For the ones that they knew the Lord, Paul was going to the law to gain the ones that thought they knew the law. Or the circumcision, so you can understand. So back to 1 Corinthians 9:22. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. So even that's why Paul, you read in the scriptures, Paul sometimes he made analogies about sports, so to speak, about fighting, about it being a race. He used things that was going on at the time to gain, Israelites, because Jake, let's call it straight, Jake got a short attention spans. So a lot of times you try to bring out scriptures to them, they'll lose attention. So sometimes you may go into certain things, you may mention LeBron James.
Use analogies.
Exactly.
Right. Just like, for instance, like the brother said, Paul became all things to all men because you had certain brothers of the elect that spoke Hebrew. So guess what? He was a Hebrew. He was a Benjamite from the tribe of, he was an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, so he spoke Hebrew unto them. But you had certain churches that spoke the Greek. So guess what? He spoke the Greek. Okay, so he can relate to them, like the brother said, like the analogies of what's comfortable with that person, or
like you use the perfect word to relate.
Right.
Right. Like, go ahead.
Oh, okay. It said I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Save some meaning the elect.
Yeah.
Because every brother or every man that when we out there teaching, all right, we might teach all the people, but there's only few that is chosen. There's many a call, but few be chosen. Okay, because like we said, we preach the word to everybody. Okay, but only the elect is going to get this word.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I said that I might all means save some. Okay.
Right. Verse 23. And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partakers thereof with you.
Mm-hmm.
Know ye not that they which run in the race run all.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
an analogy.
yeah,
You know.
that's a perfect example of Paul becoming all things to all men.
Right.
You know, because you had at that time the race, the marathon, so to speak.
Yeah, the marathon. Yep.
That was a big thing.
Yep.
That a lot of people was into. Like as of today, like whenever was a new Mayweather fight,
Right.
that's all people talking about.
Right.
So what was big at that time was the race. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul used analogies about the race, and he compared the race with the truth.
Right.
You know, he said, "Know ye not that they which run in the race run all?" Because when you come to the truth, it's not about how fast you learn the breakdowns, how well speaker you are, how many scriptures and precepts you can bring out, whatever, or how many demons that come up, you could cut them with the scriptures.
Right.
You know, it's about having faith.
Right.
It's about continuing the race,
Right.
really. You know, because the main goal is to get to the finish line. Because you go into a race, you start doing cartwheels and all types of break dancing. If you don't make it to the finish line, all that shit you just did means nothing.
Or even in a race, you can burn yourself out by because it's like a pace that you do at the race.
Yeah.
Okay, like you said, the marathon, it's a pace you do, and then once you hit a certain mark, you got to do that burst rush. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
That's when you just give it your all. You don't do the burst rush in the beginning of the race because you'll burn yourself out.
Yeah.
And like the brother said earlier, the race is not given to the swift, as the scriptures say. So you got to pace yourself. But the time we in, it's grind time.
Yeah.
All right.
Turn up.
It's turn up time.
Turn up.
It's grind time, as we relate to the people that's in this world. Okay, because that's the lingo they use. That's what you can use that to try to get a brother to come into the truth.
That's what's new. Turn up. Like,
turn up and grind.
You know, younger Jakes, that's 18, 17. That's their word, turn up.
Right.
So, like, the younger brothers, you gotta turn up, not turn down.
Right.
Another example is, it's like you watching a basketball game, and then let's say LeBron, he do this 360, men dunk, whatever, but the team is down by 20.
Right.
You're like, what the fuck is this problem? Like, you're down by 20, you trying to look all fancy. The whole point is to win the game.
Right.
It don't matter how good you look on the court if you're not winning the game. Same thing with truth. You could be a good speaker or bring out so many precepts.
Right.
But if you don't do it to the end, none of that matters.
Right. Or be brotherly, or be a member of the elect. Be humble, be brotherly. The thing that qualifies of being the elect.
Exactly.
It says, "Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, okay, but one receiveth the prize." Okay, and that's the brother that's going to finish. That's the one that's going to endure to the end. Okay, that's the one that's going to, because many are called but few are chosen.
Yeah.
Those few that endure to the end is going to get that prize. And what's that prize? Being delivered while America's being destroyed, while the so-called white man is getting taken out of his power seat.
Yeah.
Okay,
and the Lord having mercy on you, because none of us actually deserve the Lord's mercy, but the Lord had mercy on us anyway.
Right.
And when you inside a race, or before, like months prior before the race, you gotta get your mind ready for the race.
Right.
Before you get your mind ready, you gotta get your body ready. Let's say 3 weeks before the race, you ain't gonna be thinking about women. That can be the last thing on your mind.
Right.
You ain't gonna be thinking about getting some box.
Right.
You're gonna be focused going to the gym, doing working on your legs, your stamina.
Right.
Same thing with the truth. The way we work out is like studying the scriptures, fasting, praying, getting our minds right.
Right. Doing shows. Linking up with brothers. Okay. It says, "So run, that ye may obtain." So that's what Paul's telling you. See, he says, so run. Participate, get involved, have yourself involved with this labor of love, okay? with this fight of faith.